Good morning, 8th grade. Welcome to session number 3. Our goal today is to finish up this first packet. So I'm going to help you a little bit on questions 31 and a little later questions 42. But your goal is to make it to the end of the packet today, question 45. So make sure you go back to finish anything you might need to from our first two sessions. All right, take a look at question 31 with me. Says which equation can be paired with y equals negative 3x plus 4 to form a system of equations with exactly one solution. So we have 4 different choices, of course, and we've got to make sure that we're thinking about putting this into basically these spots, right? And seeing which one forms an equation where there's only one solution. Remember, we've worked on equations that have one solution, no solutions, or infinitely many solutions. So this is where this question is pulling from. Let's just start out with testing out A and just see what happens. I think you're going to see something once I do A that will help us to figure out from there which choice is best. So let's put negative 3x plus 4 into the spot for y. And it equals negative 4 minus 3x. Okay, so if I was just starting out trying to figure out what was going on with this one, what I would do is, of course, get my variable on one side of the equation. So if you take a look carefully, it's not really going to matter too much because look at what happens. If I add 3x to this side and then do it to this side, they're both going to cancel out, right? And what am I left with? Positive 4 on this side and negative 4 on this side. And we know that those are not equal to each other. So that kind of gives it away that this one is a no solution. There's not a number that's going to work for that equation to balance out. So if you take a look a little more carefully at your remaining choices, do you see something that's going on with the 3x's? Okay, well, what I see is that C also has a negative 3x, and D also has a negative 3x. So the same thing is going to happen on C and D that just happened on A. So we're thinking that B is going to be right, but let's just double check it just to be safe. Okay, we got our negative 3x plus 4 again. And this time it's going to be equal to negative 8 plus 3x. Okay, all right, so let's say pick on the little guy. So remember that means the negative 3x will come over to this side. So now we have 4 left on this side equals negative 8 plus 6x. Okay, all right, I can already tell that this one's going to work out to have one solution, but let's just solve it just because we can. All right, let's get rid of our constant. So adding 8 on both sides. And bring down our 6x. And divide both sides by 6. And we have 2, of course. So 2 is equal to x. So in other words, one solution. So that means B is our right answer. All right, go ahead and pause the video here. Work for just a little bit, about 20 minutes. I'm going to check in with you for question number 42. Remember, your goal is to make it to question 45 today. So work hard, work at a good pace. Okay, question 42. A square with side lengths of 6 centimeters is inscribed in a circle as shown below. What is the diameter of the circle? Remember, diameter is the measure across a circle. We normally see the diameter going across this way, but remember, a circle, of course, has a diameter that can go in many different directions. So do you see what they're trying to get you to pull in like we did in our last session? If you can visualize the diameter going this way, look at what they've made for you. 8th grade loves to pull in that Pythagorean theorem as many times as they can, so always be on the lookout for that. Okay, so we've got a right triangle, and we're trying to figure out the diameter, which is also the hypotenuse of the right triangle. So here we go. Let's pull in our Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 6 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. We know 6 times 6, of course, 36, 36. So that would be 72. And we know the opposite of squaring is square rooting. All right, well, they actually make it easy on us with this answer choice bank because we don't have to actually calculate anything. It is right there. Letter C is correct for this one. Okay, continue working. Try to make it to question 45 and let us know if we can help you on any other questions today.